I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual health care, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways, I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. Add it to the cart and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And today's subject, another day of training camp and another day of Mr. Jalin 25 mile per hour Hyatt showing out in camp, man. And this is a pleasant surprise. You know, he's coming to camp and he's really shown that he deserves some reps with the ones and to be put on the field to put defenses in bad situations because of his speed is an absolute mismatch. He caught 2 touchdowns today, one over Hawkins, who was actually, pretty stride for stride with him. He just made an adjustment on the ball, made a good catch. And then he split the seam against 2 defenders, and Xavier McKinney and Darnay Holmes, and caught the ball in between them and scored another touchdown today. And 2 excellent throws by Daniel Jones, by the way. That was really dope. How Daniel Jones threw those passes. They were pinpoint accurate. So give him a little bit of credit on those throws. Throws that he wasn't attempting last year, maybe because of lack of confidence in the weapons, but this year. As of camp this year, he has that confidence where he's throwing that ball up and letting his playmakers go make plays for him. And that's what you want your quarterback to be able to be comfortable doing, because that's how you have very good offenses. You have to take chances in order to have an explosive offense. And I think they're training him up on taking those chances. He doesn't have to be so conservative this year. But back to Jalin Hyatt. This man, I don't see a way that we run this offense this year with him not being in the offense a lot. And so, first, I'm going ahead and tell the truth and admit it. I wasn't a big Jalin Hyatt fan when it came to the Giants picking him as a weapon for us this upcoming year. I was not a huge fan of that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to be like, yeah, I was on Jalin Hyatt the whole way. He's a way better route runner than I thought that he would be. Coming this fast. I mean, he's not out there like Ocho Cinco or somebody like that, or Devontae Adams. But his route running is way higher than I thought it would be with him coming out of Tennessee. Just gonna admit that we admit our mistakes here on Big Pat Sports Talk, New York Giants Full Access, and I can admit my mistake. He was an absolute steal getting him in the 3rd round. I truly believe this dude could turn into an absolute weapon. Can he turn into a receiver 1? Yes, but he will have to put in that work like the Justin Jefferson is and those guys, and maybe a little bit more, because he's not as, how can I say, gifted as those guys as far as the route runner aspect. Just like they're not as gifted as him as the speed aspect. So maybe it'll balance out. Maybe his speed, he doesn't have to be the route technician Jamar Chase or Jay Jettis is, or Devontae Adams. Maybe he doesn't have to be a route technician like that. Maybe just a little sudden move gets him as wide open as those guys, because you have to worry about his speed. And he has game speed. It's not just straight line speed. He has game speed. So when he's running on the field, it's fast. However he's running on the field, which is a great thing, man. It's an absolute great thing. Now, as you can see, you got the files on the table. With the emergence of a Jalin Hyatt, who loses snaps? You see what I'm saying? Who loses snaps? Is it going to be Isaiah Hodgins, who's been pretty quiet during camp? Not too worried about it. He's a possession receiver, like my boy Star said. So, not too worried about that. Does Darius Slayton lose snaps? Same type receiver, except Jalin Hyatt's faster and has a little bit more suddenness to his game. Does Slayton lose snaps? Does Paris Campbell lose snaps now? Who on that offense that we originally thought that was going to be the lineup of receivers loses snaps in the receiving game? Because it's not going to be Waller. That's for sure. He's the number one target. I don't care about the emergence of Jalin Hyatt. He has to be the number one target this year. But everybody else, who's going to lose snaps to this kid, man? Because I don't see any reason why this kid shouldn't be on the field scaring defenses all season long this year, almost immediately. See, these are the questions I want to get to with training camp, position battles, and things like that, because these are the questions that have to be asked. Yes, I want my team to be good, but I also know on the flip side, somebody got to lose snaps to this kid. When Wan'Dale Robinson comes back, somebody got to lose snaps. He's a second-round pick. Or do they just put him on a pine for the year? I love Slayton to death, but if this kid is showing that he is ready and they feel that he can do everything Slayton can do plus some, and you can't live without what Paris Campbell brings because he's the screen guy, you're not taking Waller off the field. Is Isaiah Hodgins our pseudo number one? Is he the possession guy and that we're going to keep on the field at all times because we want one possession guy on the field? Then you got Shep. You got Cole Beasley. So, I mean, we have a very good problem, but it is a problem. Receiving snaps are coming scarcely, man. Like, when it comes down to this preseason game, one drop can cause you to be off this team. One drop. And we're going to have to get used to that because that's what good teams are. Good teams, you know, you mess up once, there's somebody right there to take your place that's ready to rock and roll. So we're building the team in that fashion, and I'm enjoying it. But Jalin Hyatt, can he be a receiver one in the near future? Yes. I don't think it's this year, per se. But by year 2, year 3, I definitely see if he has route running down, it's not a lot you could do with him. You're going to have to double cover him and zone him to make him go in certain areas and see if he can be stopped or at least contained that way. It's looking like we got one of those type players, man. I'm very excited to see what he does going forward. But as far as a receiver one this year, I'm going to say no. I'm still going to say that's going to be between Hodgins and Slayton. And the tight end is going to be the top target. But receiver one, I'm going to say between Slayton and Hodgins this year. Unless in the preseason, he just smokes people and it's like, man, we don't have no choice but to have this kid on the field. Right now, he's giving me Deshaun Jackson vibes right now. to where he can run simple routes, simple post routes, and get open and get 60, 70-yard touchdowns because you're just not paying attention to him and he's too doggone fast. That's what I'm getting for Jalin Hyatt his rookie year. But I think he can progress into being that dude moving forward. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that big blue join button, and join Big Pat Sports Talk and the Big Blue Crew and talk your talk. Because you know I'm going to talk my talk no matter what you thought. And until the next episode, peace. This is a Big Blue Crew production.